What's going on? What's going on? You here again with the TEP, episode 58, right?
Yeah, you on it.
Yeah, it was. I was trying not to look at my phone.
Yeah, that's what I said when you said. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I said it was some confidence. I said it was some confidence. Yeah, episode 58, man. You here? You know, TEP. Julie is here. Across from me, we got my boy Ed. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, how you making it?
I'm making it, man. I don't know where to start. We'll introduce the guest first, then I'll circle back on that. Because that's a 30-minute response, to be honest with you.
Featured here today, we have with us one of my, I have to say, one of my good friends, man. Like, and this is a different type of friend. Like, Ed, like, people who listen to this podcast, you've heard my brother and you've heard Earlton. You know, those are like childhood friends. Ed is a childhood friend. This is a friend I met later in life. So the different, like, I didn't even know I could make another best friend, like leaving high school. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's here with us today, soon to be Dr. Fadeyi. Hey. But you can just call him Fade. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great today. I'm doing great. Hey, thank you for that.
Hey, no problem.
I love it.
No problem, man. No problem. I mean, what's been up with you, man?
Hey, you know, I'm still in school, still doing my thing. Mm-hmm. You know, chiropractic school. Mm-hmm. Trying my best to just finish, you know. Coming here in August 6th.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you right around the corner.
Yeah, around the corner. I'm just trying to tough through.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you, like, what part are you on now? Like the clinicals or?
Yeah, right now I'm in my second trimester at the clinic. You know what I'm saying? Taking patients all from all around. And here in in May, I'm going to start at the VA hospital.
Oh,
VA hospital, way bigger than I thought it was, but
okay.
Looking a little official.
Man, this boy Tobi here coming with some. Hey, I like that. But before we go into that, I want to just check the temperature in the room. How we feeling? How's the week been going for us? How we, anybody?
Well, my week it's been good. Just busy. We up against the April 1st deadline at work. So
okay.
It's like every day I come in and like I got a game plan. I say I'm gonna easily be done as long as I don't get anything new, but I get something new every day.
Okay.
So it's kind of like that kind of.
Okay.
The first is pretty close to the first.
Yeah. That mug is pretty soon, bro.
Yeah. So I just been going through that, but it's been good, man. I got my last little hurrah planned before we start busy season this weekend coming up.
Okay.
And it's been good, man. You know, I actually had an eventful weekend. I went to go visit my sister and my niece in Houston.
Okay.
I did that Friday, Saturday. Then I came back Sunday to go to gender reveal / proposal.
Oh, okay.
Man.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to my dog Kendall.
Man, shout out to Kendall, man. Congratulations.
Went ahead and
he popped that question.
Yeah, man. He went ahead and popped that question, but it ended up being like a really introspective day for me because it was like I had saw people that like I hadn't seen honestly probably since I graduated or maybe like once since I graduated, like
undergrad though.
Yeah. So that's like 6 years ago. So,
yeah.
You seeing people and people you hadn't seen, or just because of the pandemic, I hadn't honestly hadn't really been seen around. People in about 2-3 years, and seeing. I was looking around, and I was like,
"Oh, that's
everybody got kids," and it was crazy because it's just like how like life keep going, and that's normal. Like I'm more of the abnormal one, not having a wife or significant other or kids.
Oh, some kids,
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, and it just made me because our friend group Jew it's like nobody really have kids. Yeah. Like people just now starting to have kids. So
it's kind of like shocking when they tell like, hey,
but like that's normal now, and it's like so like just being in a different space with a different group of people, and like everybody got kids, and it's just like
that's the normal.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So now I look like a child, and like I just like, what you been doing? I don't know. Whatever I want. Yeah, so it was just real introspective, man, and like just to see that and just think about life and how like the development of it and like the natural progression of it. And of course, it didn't make me, like some people like
they make them anxious and like
or they start to like be like,
man, what am I doing?
Yeah, they start to like do the little comparison thing. I didn't do that or anything. I was just like, because I actually had a friend when I was telling her about it, and she was asking me, she was like, well, dang, did that make you feel like you not or like did that make you feel away or evoke an emotion, being that you see everybody like got significant others for the most part and like got children and you just still on your journey by yourself? And I was like, I don't think men really do that. Like I know, like I've talked to a lot of just women friends and had girlfriends before. They do that where it's like, well, all my friends get you've heard that before from women where they be like, well, all my friends they at the point where we getting married and I'm not there, and but I was like, no, I didn't look at it that way. I just looked around and said, man, it's beautiful. Like I'm happy for everybody. I'm a man of God, and I trust my journey. I was like, hey, everybody got a time for all that. Also I am in no rush. So
you're not pushing that issue.
Yeah. So I didn't even look at it like that. I just looked at it and was like, okay, dang, everybody, okay, everybody.
Well,
at that point.
Well, we are definitely, my bad. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
But no, that was it. Because like I said, that just made me kind of look at things. I was just like, wow, okay, everybody. At that point, that's, like I say, it was just eye opening because I never really thought about, like, once you really start thinking and you be like, oh no, like all these people got kids. Like,
yeah.
Started on
some
that.
people got multiple.
And it's like, okay, man. So all y'all done started on that part of y'all life where y'all starting families and stuff. And like I say, it just helped me put things in perspective. And I was just like, oh, that's what's up. Like I guess I don't be thinking, I live in my world, so like
you're not swayed.
Yeah, or like, and I don't be thinking about that kind of stuff like that. I just know what I got to do at work, trying to, do what I got to do. So, when you just take a step back and you look around, you're like, oh, okay. Well, that's what's up. People, starting their, I was like, it's about that time, about 29, 30.
I'm about to say, yeah.
I was like, say, it makes sense. That's what I say. It wasn't like I was.
It makes sense.
But yeah, man, that's been my week/weekend and whatnot.
Well, I mean, I just got a couple of reactions because, like, number one, it had to be interesting, when you see people you haven't seen in a while, regardless of like how close your relationship was with them while you were in college. It's still interesting to go up there and talk to them. I mean, I get. It's interesting to me, I should say, to talk to them. Like, man, so what you been up to? And they tell you their little journey, and they might say, hey, I went and did this, I went and did this, and then I had this little one here, and it's like, hey, like, but like, cause you be seeing them like, man, that's Chad from 2014. We used to be in the kickbacks together or whatever. We was turning up together, and now he a different man. Yeah, he a different man. But I think that's interesting to me. And I wanted to ask you, how was it witnessing the proposal? Like, what was that like?
It was cool. I've never been to a gender reveal, and I never seen a proposal in real life.
Oh, okay. You got both.
Maybe not as an adult, maybe as a kid, and I don't remember.
I don't see too many proposals.
Nah, I haven't seen many. Like in real life.
Yeah, like in real life. I haven't really seen.
Did it make you want to be more romantic?
Was it romantic?
Yeah, it was cool. Oh, so how they did it, like how GQ, like when they had like a cover, like with like couples on it, they'll do like the little YouTube thing where they ask each other questions. So they was doing that, but he was asking the questions. Keep in mind, I was in the house because I had to come out with holding the balloons that said "marry me." So I was like in the house and I was waiting to get the cue to go outside with the balloons.
So you was a part of this?
Yeah, I was a part of it. I was a part of it.
That was special.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was supposed to be a part of it.
Did they say, hey, grab this, Ed, walk out with it?
No, it was a game plan. As soon as I walked there, I got took into a room and said, hey, this is how we going to do this.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay.
Did you know they were getting married? I mean, he was going to propose beforehand?
Okay, I think I can say this. Yeah, so I knew... So he already had it in motion because he was getting the ring made. Right. But he was like, if the ring is done by this time, I'm going to do this here.
Okay.
So I was asking, I was like, well, is the ring done? He was like, yeah, want to see it? I was like, oh, Okay, yeah, that's pretty nice. So, heck, I was a little antsy, man. I was like, because I was like, well, I know she's gonna say yes, so it's not that.
It ain't that tight.
But I was still a little nervous. But I was like, I'm just holding the balloon.
Yeah, I'm about to say, boy, you a part of this moment.
Yeah, that was what somebody else said. That was a part of. That was like, man, why am I nervous? I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little antsy too. Man. I was like,
because it's such a life changing decision, like being made in front of you.
Yeah, it was beautiful to watch. Like I said, he just asked a bunch of questions, and then the last one was like, "Marry me."
But she's like, "Oh,"
and then she started crying.
Okay. Beautiful mom, beautiful. I didn't know you was a part of it.
Then it got loud. He said something. he said something when he got on the knee, but I couldn't really hear it. Everybody had kind of got excited by the end.
Okay.
What'd you do with the balloons after it was all over?
We tried. I think we ended up hanging them because we was like on like the outside little deck, not deck, patio little area. So he had some hook. We just hung them up there.
Okay.
So it was cool though, man. You know, that was my first time witnessing a proposal
and a gender reveal.
Yeah.
What was it?
A girl.
It was a girl.
Okay. See, that's what I said. There was a lot of working parts that Sunday.
So it's proposal, then the gender reveal.
No, gender reveal,
and then the proposal. Okay, yeah, I feel like that would be
for last.
Yeah, that's a natural progression right there.
Yeah, so it was cool though, man.
There's a jam pack. That was just good feelings all around. Right. Like
then I got to hold. I got to meet my good friend's child for the first time and hold her for the first time.
Okay.
Now see that part, I don't know, man. That kind of
got you.
That kind of made me a little.
That
tugged a little. The proposal was beautiful, but you know that was more. I'm happy, celebratory, but I held that baby for the first time. And then they told me too. They was like, "Yeah, man, this is weird. Every time she go to somebody ever, like." 100%, she started crying. She was just sitting there chilling.
Good vibes.
And I was like, I told you, man. I was like, babies and dogs can feel energy.
Yeah. They know when you're a good person, bro.
That's all they got to go off of. Them animalistic, you know.
They fresh out that
thing. But yeah, man, that was beautiful, man. That's why I say it was a good Sunday. It was a very heartwarming Sunday.
Yeah, that's a nice Sunday to have right there.
Filled with love, new beginnings.
I was about to say that was just good. That's just positive.
Holding a baby.
Holding the baby. Yeah, holding the baby. Marriage proposal. Being part of it.
Yeah, it was a beautiful Sunday, man.
I like that because and I like what you said, and I'm sorry for getting long with it, but we got Tobi here today, so we gonna talk, man.
I'm interested.
I say, we got Tobi here, man. So we gonna talk.
I always listen to y'all podcast, and I always feel like, man, I really feel like I'm with y'all, but I can't respond. But now I can't respond. I'm still not saying anything.
Tobi hit me up like in the beginning of the podcast. And he was like, "Bo, he said, I be talking to the radio, like in the car driving, like I'm sitting there with y'all." And I was just like, man.
Screaming.
Man, and I just love that. I mean, my weekend was good. I actually I was around a lot of family last week, so my family came up, you know, because they were on spring break. And that's another thing, you know, you deal with people with kids. Their kids' spring break is like they spring break, you know.
I forgot spring break. Yeah, I don't live in that world. Yeah,
that was last week.
Yeah,
so,
it was last week.
So last week was a very kid-free week for a lot of people, especially like in our state, you know. So they came up here, and they had got a little Airbnb out here, and we was kicking it hard, like, and I went over there. I mean, as soon as they got here, I went over there. I was over there every night, really, kicking it with them, you know, playing dominoes, cards, talking, chilling. I liked it because they was the ones on vacation, not me. Yeah. I can go to work, and they went to the downtown and did the aquariums and the museums. They did all that. Yeah, I got to them when they was ready to let their hair down. You know what I'm saying? And I liked that I was able just to slide in for that. Yeah. Come kick it for 2-3 hours. You know, drink a little something, then go home. Like that was perfect for me. And over the weekend we really just you know had a good time. We went out. You know, everybody dressed up, went out, had a good little time. I recommended them a restaurant. They liked it. DJ Steakhouse. Midway. Yeah. It's a nice little vibe, and I need to go in there.
I'm gonna say that's pretty good.
I never had it. I just been in there. I mean, I need to have it. But I would say that this is what I got from it. This is what I was getting at. I enjoyed last week because I was able to get a piece of home, but in Dallas. Yeah. You know, if you know me, you know I'm a very family oriented dude, and like my family, like we kick it, like that's what we do. Like it's like a redeeming. I mean, it's like a telltale sign of my family. Like we gonna get together, we gonna eat, we gonna drink, we gonna do stuff like that.
Find a party.
That's the slogan. And usually I gotta wait till I go home and just let that out. You know what I'm saying? When I go there, it was good, and it was comforting to have that piece of orange out here. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good. And I remember telling my buddy, I was like, man, I like that they came up here. And I was proud of them because we got a small town, and some people, even though it's 2022, some people still reluctant to move around, but they did. They came way out here. This ain't Houston, you know. Yeah, Houston, our people, drive. Yeah, it's a little bit further drive, but they said, man, we're gonna do something new, see something new, and I'm glad they came up here, and it was fun. And outside of that, man, work wise, man, my weeks have been pretty jam packed. Like y'all, was like, I ain't getting done with work till like at least 5:36 every day, just because like we going into our busy season too. So like schedules are full. I'm out in the field more. Ain't no more chilling at the crib. I'm moving around, and that's pretty much it. And you know, and I don't know. It's like I worked hard during the day, but at night I got to see my family. So it was
nice
like,
little balance.
It's nice little balance. Kept me even. And you know, family, they keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you need to go to work? You know, you need to go home. You know what I'm saying?
You got work tomorrow.
Yeah,
huh?
I was like, he said, we on vacation. You not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, hey, you know. Cause I could fall into it, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know, but that's pretty much it. I don't know, Tobi.
What's good?
How's it been going in your life, man, over this last little week? I mean, just how's it going in general?
I mean, it's going great for me. You know what I'm saying? I only see, you know what I'm saying, the light at the end of the tunnel for me. You know what I'm saying? This last past week, actually a week ago today was my birthday. I turned 28.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
But you only turned 28. Okay, yeah, that's
20
right.
great, you know what I'm saying? I like to say.
Yeah.
316.
316. Something great's going to happen. Something big going to happen. But, you know what I'm saying? It was great. Family time. Met up with some people, you know what I'm saying? Just a little nice, small celebration. Shout out to all the Pisces out there.
Okay, for sure.
We the best.
Okay.
But man, I got like 90 questions for you, Tobi. Because you know you a little bit more.
I got 91 answers.
Oh, that's one more extra one. Because I wanted to, kind of get into your journey and like, because I kind of know a little bit from a distance, but I don't know too much. So we'll get to where you are now. But take me we'll start back to like, because I know you from Fort Worth, right?
Yeah, Funky Town.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them.
817.
Okay.
So coming out of high school, did you like know you was going to UNT, or did you have like other options that you was considering?
I mean, coming out of high school, I was still like in sports minded. I was still thinking that I could do things, but my career kind of ended a little early. So I really had to focus and just make academics or education my main thing and keep that the main thing.
You was football player? Yeah,
I was a football player. I did a little basketball too, you know what I'm saying? Track and field.
Which you was a little bit better in? What was your main sport?
I mean,
okay, Bo Jackson.
I little Bo Jackson, you know what I'm saying?
I heard he was he was a pretty decent football player. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Football was.
I had a little something on football, a little something at the defensive end.
Okay.
And basketball probably my favorite sport because I grew up on that.
Yeah.
You know, track and field, I was just nice. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to do my thing. I was a shot putter.
Okay.
I felt like pound for pound, I was the best shot putter.
Okay.
Some people, had the muscle and the weight, but you know what I'm saying? I still had the technique.
I'm going to say you had to be a little strong though, because shot put. I mean, because shot put there, you still got to have a little strength. Now discus, that's a little bit more finesse, where you don't even have to. You don't got to be like super duper strong. It's just, but that shot put, you still got to have a little bit behind it.
You got to be
and get that spin.
I
used to always enjoy watching that.
I tried shot putting for like 2 days. I was like, man, I ain't strong enough for this. Like,
so what ended it early, man? Had an injury?
Oh yeah.
You had like scholarships and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I had little petty scholarships, like nothing big. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just the greatest athlete, but you know what I'm saying? I believed in myself. You know what I'm saying? I always thought I could make something happen. But what'd you ask again?
injury because you said it got cut short.
Yeah, I tore my ACL junior year of high school. I feel like I tell this story like everywhere I go, but you know what I'm saying? It was the very first play of the game. You know what I'm saying? The coach called my number as field slant, roll strong. I did my little slant. Out of the left end, did my little slant. I was right there. Quarterback, me and the quarterback is like blacked out, and it was just me and him. And I just went up and I scooped him because like I had like a shoulder injury beforehand too. So I scooped him up with my left hand. And then I was like trying to like throw him on his back and just like complete the tackle. And then the other defensive end, I'm not gonna say his name, but he came through, cleaned everything up, and you know what I'm saying, kind of just ended me right there. You know what I'm saying?
Even though you had the sack.
I had the sack by my side. I didn't need no extra help. You know what I'm saying?
Momentum and all that good stuff.
Bang, bang, play, man.
People want their sacks and whatnot, but you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Yeah.
So did you like try to come back your senior year, or was it just over?
I mean, by the time I came back my senior year, you know what I'm saying, dude that injured me, this guy got like 50 more pounds of muscle on him now, you know what I'm saying? He done learned all my moves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Shout out to him. He ended up going to OSU, ended up starting for them, having a good career. But my career got cut a little short. Yeah. But
so when that happened, go ahead. My bad.
Nah, but it was divine. It was meant to be.
Yeah. Okay. And me as a person, I never really dealt with many injuries, so I never really had had to have that outlook. And I didn't have like any scholarships. You know what I'm saying? So I knew college was gonna be my next step, for sure. When did you know, like, okay, like let me take this academic serious. Let me gear up for this. Like, what was that transitional step from, like Ed say, from?
You know, I'm Nigerian, so I grew up in a Nigerian household.
Okay.
So
for sure.
So education was always like primary for me. You know what I'm saying? My father and my mom, we always knew what the real main thing was. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brothers, we always like to we got our own main thing, but you know, at the end of the day, we all ended up knowing what the main thing actually was.
Yeah.
So, you know, education was always a top priority for me. So I ended up just figuring out that, you know what I'm saying, at a young age, I always kind of wanted to be a doctor. I kind of looked up to my dad because I don't know, he's like a hero to me, but I always felt like I wanted to be like him. Maybe not be the exact type of doctor he is, but I knew I wanted to.
What kind of doctor is he?
Yeah. You said what?
What kind of doctor is he?
Oh, he's a pharmacist.
Oh, okay. Man, boy, they got some good schedules.
Yeah.
Man, if I could go back, honestly, I'd probably be a pharmacist.
If I could do it again,
and it's such a laid back environment that you can work in different type of settings as a pharmacist, but like being at a CVS, man, it'd be so chill.
Man.
For real.
I actually don't know about that CVS job. You know, so I don't know if
if you want to, you know, but I know you can. He working what setting he working in?
He's like he work in like IV intravenous.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, it's like beyond. He ascended to the last level you can in pharmacy.
Okay.
Besides like the CEO business and everything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you grew up seeing him as a pharmacist.
Yeah.
Okay. That was cool to have like something tangible in front of you to see, like,
and to see it done on a high level.
Yeah.
You know, they had to be pretty like impactful for you going.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I looked at him as a hero. You know what I'm saying? He was. I can't explain what he like. I used to think this man was like part of the Illuminati, like he was Jesus or something. Like, I don't want to big him up too much, but like he actually kind of. I don't know. He's a hero. He's beyond me. I don't know what got that man, because he's come a long way. But just watching him grow up, I just kind of like, I want to be a doctor. I just feel like that's the highest level you can be, because I look at my dad and that's what he is.
Is that how you define success as a kid, like doctor?
Yeah, I mean,
you know, I'm just
for
saying,
the most
like,
part, yeah.
No, that's fitting. That's fitting.
Yeah.
Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, nowadays, you know what I'm saying, I look a little bit past doctor, but you know what I'm saying, I see when I get this doctor, I feel like, when I get this doctorate, I'll feel like I actually am successful. Or I reached the goal that I've been striving for since like 8 years old.
Yeah.
So when you got to UNT, you already went into the mindset of, did you know what type of doctor you wanted to be when you first got to college?
No clue.
You just knew you wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah, I did.
So there was a lot of different ways to go.
Yeah, I was trying to be all the doctors. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, I tried to be all the doctors, but you know what I'm saying?
So take us through your undergrad journey and, like, you know, what you thought you originally was going to do, and just kind of walk us through that.
Yeah, originally I was a biology major. I wanted to be a medical doctor.
Mm-hmm. And, I remember that, Tobi.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? that Tobi had big dreams. But you know what I'm saying? After like my first semester at college, it didn't end too well for me. You know what I'm saying? I saw. You were probably better than me, but I saw
that Tobi too.
But after that first semester, you know what I'm saying, me and my pops had like, you know what I'm saying, my whole family had an intervention with me. It's like, yo, this isn't the Tobi we knew. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like get it together, and then the medical doctor thing kind of flew out the window for me. At that point in time, I just felt like it was unattainable with my GPA. But then I kind of switched things around. And then I went the kinesiology route.
Okay.
And from there, I was like, yo, I could just use this to be a PT. But like, meanwhile, I was also trying to be like an optometrist, like my brother, or a dentist, like my other brother. And I was
dang.
You was trying to be the whole hospital.
I was just caught up on. He said the one brother was an optometrist and the other brother was a dentist.
Both my older brothers are both doctors too.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's just in the blood.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So. I don't hear stuff like this often, so I'm sorry if I'm taking it back, but go ahead, man.
When you look at all our past, you wouldn't be like they're doctors, but yeah, I mean we all made it. We all grinded to the extent that we did.
So right now you split between optometrist, dentist, and kind of all over the place. Oh no, you said you went to kinesiology route at this point.
Yeah. After I was split between all of those, I ended up going to kinesiology. I was like, man, I'm gonna just do some type of personal training. I don't know what I'm going to do. But then I figured out, I was like, okay, I can go to physical therapy school, become a doctor of physical therapy. Yeah. And then I just spent like after maybe my sophomore year going forward, I was like, physical therapy is what I'm going to be, and I'm going to make it happen. And you know what I'm saying? I grinded, and I got my GPA up from like whatever low it was at, you know what I'm saying? Back into like the 3s, the 3.4s and everything like that.
Was on that dollar menu before. Boy's been on that dollar menu before.
Well, I know all about that dollar.
I was about to say, don't like you know what that dollar menu is. But anyway, go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to interject.
Yeah, after I finished, or after I was figured out that I wanted to go to physical therapy school, you know what I'm saying? I started trying to tailor my academic experience towards physical therapy, going to like shadow, going to like train under other physical therapists, working for them and doing all of that. And then finally, when the time of graduation was coming around, I started having to apply for the schools and everything like that.
It's so competitive. Because, you know, that's what I was reasoning.
I was going to say, I wasn't going to say that.
That's a doctorate.
Yeah,
it's not,
I remember you was going for that too.
It used to just be a master's degree to be a PT. And then they changed it to a doctorate, and then it got super duper competitive.
That's what caught my eye.
A doctorate just to be a PT?
Yeah, you used to just get a master's. Like, you know how you can be a social worker and you just got to get your master's? It used to be that for physical therapy.
Yeah.
But then they upped the bar.
Physical therapy and athletic training used to be on like the same level, and then physical therapy took off.
Really? And then it just became super competitive.
Is it like, I remember like what year they have it? Because I know both
2012.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Because that's what, because I went that route too, and originally, and like when I was like doing like some internships, or maybe my capstone, I don't know, one of those. But I was with a lady who was a physical therapist, and she was like, "It's a doctorate now." She was like, "I just got my master's, and that was it."
If you look at the older physical therapists, none of them are doctors. You know what I'm saying? They all just got their masters,
making the same amount of money. Just
not
make it hard.
They just make it. They just want y'all to go.
I guess that's supposed to help the quality and just raise everything up. Supposedly.
Okay.
So you applied?
Oh yeah. After I applied, I realized.
I think that's interesting.
What's interesting?
They both of y'all went to PT.
Oh yeah. I remember whenever you were doing it too. But after I applied to almost every school in America.
Really?
And do you know what it's like to just get denied by everything? That kind of gets to you for a little bit.
It can be a very humbling experience.
Super duper humbling. Humbling.
Okay.
So, I did that 2 years in a row of applying and getting denied. So after a while, I was just like, you know what? I know a girl that goes to the Texas State Physical Therapy School. Let me see if I could just like get my way over there and make something happen. So I applied for Texas State grad school to get my master's, so I could just kind of like get my foot in with the physical therapy people and just kind of like
try to rapport, like
so they like next time I apply, I'm here. Remember me. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I went out to Texas State to do the little masters.
So what was you getting a master's in?
I was going to get my master's in exercise science. So it's basically like kinesiology too. Mm-hmm. And then when I went out there, they moved the physical therapy school to a whole nother location. So I wasn't even out there anymore, or they weren't even out there in San Marcos anymore. So I was just like,
weren't?
yeah.
So you moved to San Marcos to go to that PT school, and then the PT school moved from San Marcos.
Yeah.
San Marcos.
Where it moved to?
It moved to somewhere in Austin.
Okay, I might say that would make sense for them to go to Austin.
Dang.
Yeah, so that kind of hurt my thing, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep I'm gonna go to Austin and just try. You know what I'm
not too far away.
Yeah.
I did that once, and you know what I'm saying? They were just kind of looking at me. They were just kind of looking at me kind of funny. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just try to focus on my master's. And then I met one of my professors, and she kind of just put me on with the research thing. I wasn't really even trying to get into research because I was like, man, what am I even doing out here if the physical therapy thing not going to work? But got into research, and that kind of ended up being like one of the better decisions that I've made so far.
Okay.
And, you know what I'm saying? It kind of catapulted me into meeting a whole bunch of different people, meeting a whole bunch of professors from a whole bunch of different schools and everything like that. So I kind of say, looking back on my master's program years, I was kind of like wasting my time, but actually it increased upped my professionalism to like a higher level. I just
having to
I didn't know I needed it.
Having to like be in those rooms with those different
things. And when you get into like the research portion of exercise, they get deep.
Facts.
Okay.
It gets deep.
I could imagine so, because it's so complex over there.
I might say then when you start talking about like all the bones and everything that's moving in the body,
physiology, everything.
I feel like
fast twitch, slow twitch. It get deep, man.
I feel like some people like in higher education with things like, PT and health and science and things like that, getting on their research team is like pretty good, because because once somebody see that you've been on a research team or something, like, and you help fleshing out what maybe this main doctor is doing.
Yeah,
I feel like that would go. I feel like that would go a long way a little bit.
See, but the thing is, you said what the main doctor is doing. It's like, this is the main doctor's research, and I have my own little research, but I'm doing all of the research. Like, I'm doing it
all the
like
things,
the little ground.
I'm doing the whole like setting up the appointments, recruiting all the people, doing all the actual research things. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to do the ultrasounds.
Did you like research?
I liked it. I loved it. And you know what I'm saying? There was a part of me that I was just like, man, I can't wait to get out of here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't something you could just do full time, just get into like the research.
I mean, it depends on the research. Because at that point in time, I was just like doing yoga. And yoga wasn't just my favorite thing. But then after doing it for so long, I was just like, yoga actually is. And now I find myself saying, do you do yoga? You know what I'm saying? You should try out yoga.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
I must say, I recently got into hot yoga, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what the research was over.
Man, that's a that's a different animal, man. People be thinking like yoga is just some little sugar plum pixie.
That's what I thought too.
Nah, man, you gotta have some real upper body strength.
Drenched.
Man.
You will be drenched.
I might say, especially hot yoga. Like, if you do hot yoga, if you ain't in there, you ain't in shape.
They gonna get
or if you can't handle heat, because some people they just not used to like. Heat and like it's intense, especially like in a closed setting. The heat alone can make you fall apart.
And then you doing all the chaturangas and the bleeding.
Yes, sir.
I'm like,
yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take a break real quick. Y'all keep going, and you see this little small person over here just doing the thing. Going.
It's very humbling too when you get in there, because
I like that word.
Smaller women, they just be doing it all. And then you just in there just like, dang, like,
you
it's not hard. Are you shaking? And they just there.
Firm.
It ain't nothing.
Yeah. But Tobi, there's so much to unpack from just the beginning of your story.
Oh man.
Because this is a Transferable Experience podcast, right? So of course we talk about things that we've both dealt with that maybe somebody else has dealt with themselves, or maybe they're coming up on a part of their life where they're about to go through something like this. So just kind of talk to me, number one, explain to us and maybe some of the listeners, like, how was it in the application process for PT and keeping the wherewithal to like keep applying even after the rejections, because that can be kind of disheartening, you know.
I mean, the thing is, like, I applied for all of them all at once. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that eliminates stuff.
I dropped like the thousands of dollars on all of these applications at once, and then you know what I'm saying, they just start rolling in. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Fadeyi.
Wait, you paid all the application fees at one time?
Yes, I mean I pay all of them, and then like if all of those got rejected, I'd be like, all right, let me do these last 3 that I don't really want to go to, but see if I'll get in.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean
just ballpark, how many schools you think you applied to for physical therapy?
I mean, because I applied to all of them at least twice.
Oh man,
probably like 40.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot in the United States, but it was about 40.
Okay, because I remember at one point you was talking to me, and you was mentioning like going to Kansas.
Oh yeah.
And I really thought you was going to Kansas. Like, tell me about to be in Kansas.
I was gonna be in Kansas City. I mean, because once I started. I guess once I was in my last year of my master's or last semester of my master's program, I was like, I don't know what's going to happen now. Like I don't know. I guess I'm gonna be out in the real world now. I'm not a doctor like my brothers. I guess I'm the failure of the family. You know what I'm saying? But then I guess something came to me. It was like a thought of like when I was back in college, and I just I was talking to somebody, and they were telling me that their brother was a chiropractor, and I was just like, you know what? Let me see what that's all about. Let me see, because chiropractors are doctors, and you know what I'm saying, that's really what I'm trying to do, is ascend to the last level and be a doctor. Yeah. And so I was like, let me see how this can work for me. And I applied, and the first school I applied to was a school that was in Kansas City.
Okay.
And I applied to that school and got in. And it was a Tuesday, and I remember that same Tuesday I made like a whole mixtape about surrounding that whole experience, because I was just like, yo, God is good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what I've been fighting for.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, and then I got into the school in Dallas, and I was just like, oh, shoot. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to make a lot more sense. Yeah.
I'm saying, everybody want me here in Dallas.
They would say, why go there when I could just...
Kansas City, cold.
Yeah, in Kansas City. Oh, it's cold. It's cold up there. No, man, no. That's great to hear, man, because higher education is, you know, I remember an episode, Ed, a couple of weeks ago where we were saying how, like, some people have that end goal in mind, and then, like, they kind of, whatever needs to be filled in to get there, that's what they do. And some people just kind of go through it and make their way a little bit. Yeah. This is a good example of, like, you just knew doctor. You know what I'm saying? You knew that's where you wanted to be. And however you filled in the blank is how you filled in the blanks. Even though when you say it like that, I don't want people to think that I'm discrediting the journey. This man just said it
was all divine.
Yeah, but yeah. But I think that's amazing to me. You know what I mean? That you can be locked in to an end goal so vehement, like so hard, adamantly, that like you're willing to go through all that. You know. Because a lot of people would have gave up, you know. A lot of people would have gave up, you know.
So how long is chiropractor school?
It's 3 1/3 years.
Okay.
3 1/3. So I mean, we don't get no summer, we don't get no spring break, we don't get no winter break.
Oh, it's just all the way through.
You know what I'm saying? It's very intensive.
So like, break down chiropractor school for me. Like, it's like the first year more like take tests, pass tests, just more instructional than. Well, I'm gonna let you talk about it. I was just asking.
I mean, just like that. The first year, the first year is more of just like getting your basic knowledge of the sciences and the philosophy of chiropractic and everything like that, because chiropractic's like it's deeper than just everything. You know.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got a backup question. Because I know, like, a lot of schools, you got to take, like, certain prerequisites. And then for certain stuff, you don't really have to have any prerequisites.
Facts.
What was, like, did they have, like, prerequisites that you had to, like, take? Or did you have to, like, major in a certain type of science or something?
Yeah. I mean, chiropractic school and, like, PT school are very similar in their, like, the prerequisites that are needed. So basically, I was already set up,
and stuff.
And plus, I had my master's. So I just felt like I had a leg up on everybody in the competition.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, pretty much it's like what you were saying right there.
Okay. So take us back to like how the structure of it. So the first year was just more.
First year is just like the sciences and the philosophy. Second year is going to be more of just like getting your technique and getting your hands ready and like just setting up and everything. And then third year, that's whenever you start getting into the clinic. And then in your last semester of the clinic, they give you an opportunity to go internship somewhere else outside of like the regular clinic, the Dallas clinic.
Okay.
And that's where I'm finna be here for my last trimester. I'm gonna be in the VA clinic, the Veterans Association.
Okay. How do you get your hands ready?
Get your hands ready. Hey, these are the money makers. Right here.
They are. I don't know.
Like, it just takes a lot of practice. It took a lot of practice for me to be able to do the things and feel safe doing them too. But then I realized I was just being a weenie hut junior. You know
I'm about to say, because if I start that, I think, man, I might can accidentally paralyze.
You know what I'm saying?
You might have a crazy thought like that.
The people on Instagram, the ones that scare me the most, I'm like, yo, I'm not going to touch nobody's neck because, you know what I'm saying? I have somebody get vertebral insufficiency syndrome or something like that.
Talk
and I'm
that
just
talk.
like,
talk that talk. You know that.
But no, the chances of a chiropractor injuring you are extremely rare and low. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm glad you say that because that's a thing now. Like people watch chiropractors.
Those YouTube videos where the chiropractors are just doing the most.
Yeah. And some people like, man, how is he not hurting them? Like,
oh yeah. No,
how can you explain it? Can you explain? You ain't gotta go into detail, but like,
no, it's all technique. We use like a high velocity, low amplitude technique. So it's really nothing that's hurtful to the patient.
Okay.
Yeah, because the first time I had went to a chiropractor, first thing he asked me, he was like, "Have you been watching videos on YouTube?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, good, because there's nothing like that in real life." Because every time I tell somebody, I started going to a chiropractor, they be like, "Man, they be doing crazy stuff. We watching stuff on YouTube." And I'm like, "It's literally nothing like that. They don't put a towel
head
on my
not gonna fall off
and yank me."
Hey, some people do that technique.
I don't get all
the ring
crazy.
dingers.
That's called?
Yeah, the ring dingers. Where they use a Y strap or the towel and they just.
I've seen it with the Y strap. I said, man, that's industrial.
I don't know if I want that done to me. You do that one? You familiar with that?
I don't do that. That's not something they teach.
Okay.
Well, one of my patients that came in today, they said that a professor at our school, maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but a professor at our school did that to her earlier that day, and she was like, "Yo, that was the greatest adjustment I've ever had."
Yeah, so I don't want no extreme adjustments like that. Just get back there and press and turn me and press again and get me right.
So as far as like, for somebody that's listening, that probably hasn't been to the chiropractor, before, why do you think they should go, and like, what does diagnosis look like as far as like figuring out?
I mean, for the most part, we are portal of entry doctors. So we do everything as in like examinations, physical examinations, diagnosing, and it's like the same type of treatment you would get on your first visit to a regular doctor, any type of doctor. We're going to take the history. We're going to try to see what's wrong with you, and then we're going to come up with a diagnosis, come up with a treatment plan, and then tell you the risk and everything like that associated with it, and then we're going to get started.
Okay. I like that. Because, I don't go that often, and shoot, every time I get adjusted, it be you when you come over here. And it feel good after.
Off the record.
Yeah. Off the record, you know what I'm saying? Academic purposes only. But no, that's amazing. And I wanted to get into something that you were a part of. You say you were part of your research, and I have an article here that I remember you sharing this with me back in the day.
Yes, sir. Published 3 times.
Tobi here, guys, is a published, academic scholar. He's a published scholar.
I just say I'm published.
He's published. A lot of people can't say that. You know what I'm saying?
Published in many academic journals.
Man.
And then also the Journal of Hypertension, which, has a high impact factor.
I didn't know they had a journal.
So. Same.
But there you have it. So I'm going to read the title, the headline of this article, and maybe you can kind of like walk us through this. It says, I see your name right here. It says, the acute effects of Vinyasa flow yoga on vascular function lipid and glucose concentrations in mood. So what is this about?
This like the overall effects of one session. Okay, so basically for this one, this is a project that we worked with 3 other people in my research team. I was like the main person. I don't want to call myself the boss, but I was like the main person that ran the research room because I was the researcher. Mm-hmm. And we worked with other people that were doing like their theses. Okay. And I had my own thesis. Somebody else had his thesis, and then another person or another woman had her thesis, and we all kind of just worked together on this.
Oh,
and
okay.
You know what I'm saying? We just had one. Like we recruited a lot of patients. Many of them were women, and they come into our school, and we just do 1 hour of vinyasa flow yoga with them.
That's hot yoga.
No, this is just a regular vinyasa flow. This is like the normal type of stuff.
Okay.
Beforehand, we take some baseline levels of like their lipid concentrations, their glucose levels, would detect their vascular function. We have to do this thing called flow mediated dilation, which is a whole nother subject we had to do.
That boy got some work.
It's a lot of stuff we had to do for vascular function. It got really intensive. We had to use the ultrasound. We had to use it was a lot of stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then we take those baseline values. We have them go do that 1 hour of vinyasa flow yoga.
Yeah.
They immediately come back into the research room, and then we take those same measures again to see the improvement or what happened after that 1 hour of yoga. And what we realize is that after that 1 hour, there is an increase in the lipid. There's a decrease in lipid profile, a decrease in glucose concentration, and then there are also partial benefits of vascular function that are increased. Mm-hmm. But what the story really shows is that if you do more than just one bout of 1 hour of vinyasa yoga, then you probably will see higher benefits in all of those sections and all those variables. The main story we did was like a 3-week program where we gave participants 3 weeks of free hot yoga. This is a study I did with my professor. Okay. We did 3 weeks of free hot yoga. They come in at week 0, come in at week 6, and then come in at week 12.
Okay.
No, it was 3 months of vinyasa free yoga, free hot yoga. Dang. Yeah, so it was 3 months. I haven't done this. This was a long time ago. This was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But they came in, and that study was more intensive than this one because that one incorporated way too much. You had to draw blood. It wasn't just a finger stick sample, and that one came up with a lot better results than this one here because that was like over a long period of time.
So you really got to see
okay.
And you see people, you know what I'm saying, the beginning, middle, and end, and
it all had positive results.
Yeah, positive results.
With this one, these people right here were all trained yoga professionals with this study.
Okay.
With the acute effects of vinyasa flow yoga. With the hot yoga study, that was all sedentary individuals. So you saw a way bigger spike in what the yoga
so these are like
doing.
Normal people that came and did
these
it.
are people who have been sedentary for at least like 3 months beforehand.
Okay.
The people in that study, they were all like yoga like instructors. So that's why there wasn't really a high. It was like a ceiling effect. Because they already are super athletic and everything like that. So their
really
lipid profiles,
yeah.
But the other study, those people, they were. I saw them losing weight. I saw them like getting better. I saw them mood changes and everything like that.
What? So were they only doing yoga once a week? The hot yoga?
No, they had to go 3 times a week.
Oh yeah, they was getting it in.
Yeah,
you go 3 times a week. Yeah, it'll get you right.
That study took like all 2 years that I was in the thing, and like I did like over like 200 participants, and a lot of people drop out of the study. Like a lot.
I would imagine.
3 times a week.
I'm not saying hot yoga not for everybody either.
Nah, yeah, you go one time and they never go again. I was able to monitor how many times they're going. I had to email them like, hey, I saw that you were supposed to go today, but
what happened?
Yeah, what happened? I'm gonna need you to go tomorrow because you're gonna miss you 3 times if you don't.
I was gonna say, were y'all like paying these people to do?
And they had like $150 gift cards if they completed the whole study. So you're getting free yoga.
Well, that's the free yoga is the main draw.
Free yoga, you getting the gift card, and then you contributing to science. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who could hate that? And you getting healthier.
I'm about to say that is a win-win-win.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know that's pretty interesting to hear because we're so far past that, but some people try to they say, well, is yoga worth it? You know, does it really work? You know, and here you
Tell
are.
me, I've done it.
Yeah, and
it works.
And here you are having conclusive research saying, yes, it does.
Yes, sir.
And I also think that it kind of turned out to be a good precursor to you being a chiropractor because,
facts.
you done studied all this yoga and body movements,
the posture and
everything. Like, you know,
it all kind of flowed. I just that's why I kept feeling like, yo, this was meant to be. This is divine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I like that, man. That's
so. What are your hopes once you get through with chiropractic school?
I mean, after I get finished, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm thinking starting my own little business or, you know, teaming up, doing a partnership with people. But I also kind of feel like I may need to, like, you know, check out the associate opportunities that may be available to me. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what other older chiropractors could teach me and teach me about the business as well.
Yeah.
Our school teaches us about the business of chiropractic and how, you know, how you have, if you want to own your own practice, because that's basically what most chiropractors do is they get out and they start owning their own practices.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, maybe I might need to consider both options.
Okay.
Working for someone or just starting my own thing. But I ain't never been the type of person that like working for another person.
Yeah. No, that's right. I mean, I see a lot of chiropractors like around. Yeah. Like you see a lot of them.
Yeah, I might say it. And there's very few like commercial places.
Mm-hmm. Like there's only like two that I know of.
Yeah, I'm about to say I only ever really see like you say, it's like two of them.
Joint Ariosky.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only two I ever see.
I had a roommate in New York who like he got like I don't even know. He got like his doctor told him to check out a chiropractor, like his actual general practitioner.
Yeah, we work with doctors and we work with medical doctors. We work with all types of
like
all
entities.
Types of, everybody in healthcare. We work with them. And I was like, you know, what I'm saying we sometimes healthcare tries to exclude us. You know, what I'm saying we fighting in court like as we speak. You know, what I'm saying against medical doctors, the AMA and everything like that. Like. People try to discredit chiropractors a lot, but you know,
like it's not a real medical practice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. We have nothing to do with medicine. Like, we don't really. What's the word I'm looking for? We don't really, you know what I'm saying, condone medicine. We're a step outside of that whole circle. Like most other doctors, most other healthcare workers, all fall under the idea of medicine. Chiropractic doesn't fall under medicine. We're an autonomous type of profession.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I get that. I see that. Dang, Toby.
I mean,
no. I like that you're so educated about the things that you're talking about. Like he's saying,
I feel like I barely know anything.
Flow vascular.
Oh man, you know more than us.
I was about to say I might have to put some definitions in the description.
I'm real good at one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
So when you ain't doing the chiropractor, man, what else you be doing? You know, personal time.
You know, I did just drop a mixtape here for my birthday,
and he raps.
And, you know what I'm saying? I like to say I'm a jack of all. Let me say the king of all trades.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I dropped a mixtape or a little project. I don't want to call it a mixtape. It was it's called QRS Complex. It kind of just encompasses everything medical, my love relationship type of deal.
I said I was gonna look that up. That's an actual complex, right?
Yeah, the QRS is the heartbeat. It's the actual upstroke, the contraction, ventricular contraction.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got it also tatted on me. I've been had the QRS Complex design in my head all the time.
Oh,
my fades.
You did.
You know what I'm saying?
That little.
The little like that you see at the doctor's office.
Down for us, man.
That would be, yeah, I'm about to say that what, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And one of my songs, like the QRS Complex song, it's basically because I feel like I care too much. Or maybe I don't even care enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There it is right there. QRS is just the ventricular contraction.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
right
I'm looking
at
it.
Yeah, it's like it's an ode to my school experience. Like
it's up and down.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. Yeah,
it literally is.
It's up and down.
I know that was just visual. I'm sorry.
It's just the fact that the QRS Complex is associated with heart health, and like I spent like 2 years working with yoga and heart health and everything like that, hypertension. And then also it's just associated with just like doctors in the medical field and all types of stuff like that. And then it also is just associated with the heart itself and, you know, saying emotions and feelings and all of that. So I was just like, yo, I feel like I am the QRS complex.
So the QRS complex is the heartbeat thing you see on a heart monitor.
Yeah.
I think you just taught a lot of people something.
Yeah, it's a specific type of, it's the specific middle part, the sharp part.
The sharp part up here. That's
ventricular contraction.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So for you, that's like just like a nice little creative outlet for you to like kind of like get away from the whole school. Because you say y'all don't have breaks. So I would imagine you just got to kind of like find your time.
Yeah, people wonder like, how am I doing all the things I'm doing? I was like, I don't know how. I never sleep, but I'm always sleeping. So it's like, who knows?
Yes, Tobi is a sleeping person. If he can nap, he will nap.
Man.
You know, and me and Tobi, you know, to listeners. So Tobi, somebody I attended school, college with, undergrad.
Shout out to the Eagles. Man. Shout out to UNT Eagles.
Shout out to UNT. And me and Tobi, man. I was like one of the first people I met at UNT.
I remember it like very, very well. You know what I'm saying? We was in that kick conversation.
We was in
Y'all
that
remember kick?
Yeah, we was in a kick room. Oh my God. That's how you know we go back. We was in a kick room.
I haven't heard kick in a long time.
But I met you at UNT, and I would say this here, just to have it on record, like you were such a dedicated person. When I met you, you know, you always seemed like you had like a pretty good, you know, when you meet people and you be like, oh no, that person is sure of who he is.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like you know, I like, nah, that's Tobi is who he is. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm Tobi Fadeyi. I love saying that.
Yeah, you love saying it. And
trademark.
I remember meeting you and I was like, man, this is a cool dude. Like, and you gotta understand, like, I came to UNT solo. You know, it wasn't like.
You came from super duper at
I didn't even have people that went to school. They had people that went to school with them that went there, even if they ain't talk like, yeah, I know them from Skyline or I know them from
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm from the ag, you know what I'm saying?
I say, man, I'm from Orange. What is that? You know what I'm saying? But you always been a good friend to me. Like I always
you always been there for me too, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like you one of them dudes like, nah, I gotta do good. Tobi ain't gonna let me fall. You know what I'm saying? Tobi can't. You know what I'm saying? And I always appreciated that about you, man. And I loved it. You know.
Hey, well, thank you.
Good person, man. Boy used to come by the apartment, man. Tobi used to come by the apartment Friday night. We don't even know what we doing yet, and he just get done with school. He's like, I just came over and
just come over dressed. Yeah, ready.
He just come over dressed, and we used to just go from there. And it looked like it's turned out good for you, man.
Hey, it did. It did. And at the end of the day.
Yeah, it did, man. Sorry to hear the mixtape, man. I'm put the link in the description.
QRS Complex, quick release serotonin. Because you know what I'm saying?
See, he didn't say that 5 years ago.
I mean, because QRS doesn't actually stand for quick release serotonin. It's just something I just came up with because I was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Never mind.
Yeah, I thought that was...
Serotonin.
I thought I was just learning more.
Language.
Yeah, exactly. Serotonin just kind of it's a feel good chemical. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You feeling bad, throw on QRS Complex, you know what I'm saying? Quick release serotonin, quick release feel good.
Okay, I'm with you.
I'm sold, really. I don't know what it is, but I'm sold.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a fire on there. Hey, I put my heart on that. That's why it's called QRS.
I did miss a verse on there. I'm so sorry. I was supposed to be on the mixtape, y'all.
Jude I know. On the mixtape.
I owe Tobi like at least 2 verses in a cipher.
And that cipher,
I owe Tobi 2 verses in a cipher.
Still going to come soon.
No, that cipher. We still gonna get the cipher. Especially since everybody else rapping now. So
yeah,
we can do it
again, man. We want to thank you for being on this episode with us. Appreciate you.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Sharing your journey. We learned a lot. The QRS. Man,
Complex.
I'm still on that. That blew my mind. The fact that everybody in your family, doctors.
Yeah,
man, my little brother about to go into chiropractic school too.
Oh, really?
So it's going to be all 4 of us.
Dang.
Oh, man. Y'all just
4.
Y'all just a family of winners.
Hey, blame my dad.
Or thank him or congratulate him.
Or thank him.
That's pretty crazy.
Blame him.
Yeah.
Blame him.
And one last thing, I will say this. It is nice to talk to another, young black man that says that he had positive, role models to look up to,
Yeah.
to help shape his future. Like, and what standard he kept for himself. And, you know, we talk about that, but it's cool to hear, you know.
Yeah.
And I love that, man. If you listening, that's something to look forward, you know, look into and appreciate.
I didn't think about it from that.
Well,
like
he has his dad, 2 brothers, that older brother that are doctors. Like, how can you not want to be good in a situation like that? Because, like he said, they don't even become like want to be a doctor. Like, well, I can't be the one to fail.
It's not gonna be me.
It ain't gonna be me. And that anybody in a situation like that be good.
That's interesting. No one wanted to get into engineering. That everybody just
and all of them was good at football too.
Yeah, I mean, we was all trying to be, you know what I'm saying, sports superstars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just didn't work out that way, but it worked out better in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everything happened for a reason.
Facts.
Tobi, tell them where to find you, man. Socials, everything.
Oh yeah, you can find me. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on SoundCloud. You finna find me coming soon. Mark my words. Coming August 6th, the day of my graduation. But you can find me on Apple Music too. You can find me on Spotify.
That's the first.
Yeah, man, and we'll throw your links in the
we'll
get description. We'll get you right.
We'll get you right. Any last words, man?
True. Shout out to all my homies. Shout out to the fam. Shout out to everybody.
For sure. Episode 58.
Remember to do all the things on all the things.
I know he wanted to say that, man. No, take us out, Tobi.
Hey, remember to do all the things on all the things, please.